Welcome back in, everybody. What is up and what is going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another edition of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And what I do is play-by-play of basketball action here on my channel. And here we are with the NBA playoffs. Game 3 getting underway in around 5 minutes from now with a tip-off between the number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics, playing against the number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, the Indiana Pacers. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe, as well as I am back calling play-by-play for NBA games here in the NBA playoffs. Let me know in the chat as well who you like in this one, Celtics or Pacers. So after a vacation that I took last week, I am officially back to action here with play-by-play on my channel Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be doing Celtics versus Pacers not once this weekend, but twice. I'll have the game for you guys on Sunday as well. That one will tip off at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Easter Sunday, and then I'll also have the game right after that, Golden State going up against the LA Clippers. But here we are, Celtics against Pacers, tipping off in a few minutes from now. The Celtics lead the series right now 2-0, as I'll give you guys the rundown of the first two games of what happened. In the first one, the Celtics beat the Pacers 84-74 on Sunday, as the C's out-rebounded Indiana 68-50 in that one, despite 20 turnovers by the Boston Celtics. Kyrie and Marcus Morris led the way in scoring with 20 points in that game. And then the last game for the Celtics, they beat the Pacers on Wednesday 99-91, as they out-rebounded Indiana 52-42 in that one. Kyrie had 37 points, turned on the switch in that game. He's averaging 28.5 points per game so far in the first two games of this series. And also Jason Tatum added in 26 points for the Boston Celtics. So that's how the C's are doing so far in this one. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play to basketball action here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. The leading scorer for the Indiana Pacers is Bojan Bogdanovic. He's averaging 17.5 points per game right now for Indiana in the first two games of the postseason so far. He also has 3 steals he's averaging per game. That ranks third right now in the NBA. The leading stealer right now in the NBA playoffs belongs to this guy. 8 steals in 2 games for Thaddeus Young, the power forward, number 21 for the Pacers. Jason Tatum is right behind the scoring for the Celtics, right behind the leading scorer, Kyrie. Tatum averaging 20.5 points per game right now, second in the scoring behind Kyrie. Kyrie leading the assists right now in the postseason, averaging 7 assists per game. So that's what's going on so far in this one. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play the basketball action here on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So hopefully we'll be tipping this thing off momentarily from now, giving you guys a few score updates in here. The Toronto Raptors against the Orlando Magic. Looks like this one is just completed halftime, and they're moving on to the third quarter right now. The Toronto Raptors with a narrow 48-45 lead against the Orlando Magic. And that one, Orlando hit a half-court buzzer beater right before halftime to pull winning 3 points at the half. As for other games, it's a big night in Boston sports out here. The Boston Bruins playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs. The series tied up at 2 apiece in that series. 6.5 left to go in the second period between the Bruins and Maple Leafs, and the score is tied at 0. How about the Boston Red Sox? They were down 2-0 early on in the fourth inning against the Tampa Bay Rays. They've climbed back up on top, though. They really need this one to get back and get the W against the number 1 team right now in the American League East. That is the Tampa Bay Rays. The Red Sox got 3 runs, it looks like, in the top of the 5th inning. So the Red Sox have the 3-2 lead right now against Tampa Bay. I'm going to look at some of these stats for both of these teams and what they rank in so far in the postseason. For the Celtics, it looks like this. They rank first in the NBA playoffs in opponents' points per game scored, as they've only allowed so far Indiana to score an average of 82.5 points per game. They held Indiana in the first game of the playoffs to only 74 points. That is the lowest point total so far that Indiana has scored throughout this entire season. For the Indiana Pacers, they haven't won a single playoff round since 2014. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals in that year in 2014, but that's when they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. The last first round, well, yeah, so that was the last first round that Indiana has won in the series. It was back in 2014, as they've lost the past 3 straight years in the NBA playoffs. We look to the Eastern Conference playoffs so far, and we look to the standings as the Celtics have the 2-0 series lead right now against Indiana. The Milwaukee Bucks have the 2-0 lead on the Detroit Pistons at the moment as well. So whoever wins this series most likely will take on the Milwaukee Bucks, as it looks like it's in Boston's direction already, but now we switch all the way to Indiana. We'll see if Indiana can do anything at home in this series, as they really need to get their players going in the scoring column if they want to get going here. One of those players is Domantas Sabonis. He only scored 1 point in the Game 2 loss for the Pacers. So the Pacers haven't even scored. They haven't scored above 95 points so far in the series. The Celtics reached 99. No team in the series so far has reached 100. Will we see that today? Probably, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, we're getting the tip-off momentarily here. Bojan Bogdanovic, the leading scorer for the Indiana Pacers, averaging just above 20 points per game this season, 17.5 so far in this series. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play the basketball action here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Celtics with a 2-0 lead so far in the series. Al Horford coming off a Game 1 double-double. He had 10 points and 11 rebounds. That's the leading rebounder on the Celtics this season, averaging 10.5 rebounds per game inside the NBA playoffs so far. He's tied for 8th right now in the NBA playoffs in rebounds per game. As far as Marcus Smart is injured. He got injured against the Orlando Magic right before the regular season ended. So give you guys an update of that. He's expected to miss around 4 to 6 weeks with an oblique injury. So Marcus Morris will miss this entire series and most likely the majority, if not all, of the next series as well. So he'll probably not be back until if the Celtics do make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So for the Celtics, with Kyrie, Jason Tatum, and Gordon Hayward, they've scored 76 points combined with Kyrie, Tatum, and Hayward. The rest of the teams only scored 23 points so far for the Celtics in that Game 2 versus Indiana. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here and Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Trying to get to 130 plus subs here on my channel. Around 3 months on YouTube here. Let's keep this growing, as we're going to get the tip-off here momentarily. Pacers, Celtics. Tip-off here in around 3 to 4 minutes from now. Hit that like button, guys, down below, and subscribe as well. Going to update you guys with a score right here. Toronto Raptors and the Orlando Magic. Looks like the Raptors have the 5-point lead at the moment, 54-49 in that one with 9:20 left to go in the third. So that is a game, the Raptors playing against the Magic. That is a 2 versus 7 matchup. This game that we're dealing with today, Celtics a 4 seed, Indiana a 5 seed. As far as for the big night in Boston sports, Boston Bruins tied with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the NHL playoffs right now. It is 3.5 left to go in the second period. Bruins and Maple Leafs tied up at 0. If you're a Red Sox fan as well, I've got you covered with this score. Top of the 5th inning, Red Sox on top against the Tampa Bay Rays, 3-2. The Rays had a 2-0 lead, but the Red Sox scored 3 runs in the top of the 5th, and right now they have the 3-2 lead. Hit those like buttons if you haven't done so already. Subscribe. We're currently on a commercial break. We're going to get to the tip-off here in a few minutes from now. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I do play-by-play of basketball action. Let me know in the chat as well who you like in this one. Celtics or Pacers? Let me know down below in the chat. So this is Celtics versus Pacers. I'll have this game tonight for you guys. I'll also have the game 1 p.m. on Easter Sunday for you guys as well. I'll also be having the play-by-play stream of Golden State versus the LA Clippers at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time on Easter Sunday, right after the conclusion of the Celtics versus Pacers. So this is only 1 out of 3 games going tonight right now in NBA playoff action. The other game that tips off later tonight will be the Portland Trail Blazers at the Oklahoma City Thunder. That one tips off at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So an hour from now. Tight game between the Toronto Raptors and the Orlando Magic. Toronto just hit a 3, though. It was a 1-point lead by the Raptors, but now Toronto with a 4-point lead as they just hit a 3-point shot with 8 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Still in the commercial break here. Going to get you guys to the game here momentarily. Also going to update you guys with a Red Sox score in the Bruins versus Maple Leafs game as well going on tonight. The other game is the Colorado Avalanche going against the Calgary Flames in the NHL later tonight. So we're currently on a commercial break. I do play-by-play of basketball games. I did basically the whole season of March Madness, basically the entire March Madness tournament. I specialize in college basketball, but when the college basketball season finishes, I go to the NBA playoffs. I stream play-by-play of the NBA, and I'll be covering you guys throughout the NBA playoffs into the NBA finals as well. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel and like my stuff as well. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Still on the commercial break. Basically, it's so long between commercial breaks and when we get to the action. It says 8:30 tip-off, but don't let that fool you. Usually the NBA tips off around like 12 minutes past when they schedule that game time. So we'll probably see tip-off around like 8:40, 8:42, hopefully for this one or so. I did call Celtics versus Pacers, one of the games towards the end of the regular season a few weeks ago, the game that the Celtics beat the Pacers by 20 in that one. But yeah, both of these teams, the two lowest scoring offenses so far in the NBA playoffs. They rank 15th and 16th in scoring offenses so far in the NBA playoffs. But Indiana was held in their first round game, in the first game, game 1 to Boston. They were held to 74 points, which is a season low for the Pacers, and they were held to 91 points in the last game on Wednesday. It could see, like, if Victor Oladipo was on the Pacers roster, what he could provide as an impact. But right here, the Pacers are down 0-2 early on in the series as Oladipo had that season-ending injury in late January, as he was the leading scorer, averaging just above 18 points per game, and he was also an NBA All-Star as well. So yeah, we're almost getting ready for tip-off here. Coming up next, Celtics versus Pacers. Going to be updating you guys for the Boston sports scene, what's been going on tonight in Boston sports. Bruins against Maple Leafs, still tied up with 1:10 left to go in the second period. Tied up at 0 between both of those teams. As far as the Red Sox have the lead on the Tampa Bay Rays at the moment, 3-2. We're going to tip off here momentarily with the Celtics versus Pacers, as I'm providing you guys play-by-play for this one. Inside the starting lineup, Kyrie, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, and Aaron Baines for the starting lineup for the C's. And Darren Collison, Wesley Matthews, Bojan Bogdanovic, Thaddeus Young, and Miles Turner for the Indiana Pacers. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here behind the arc basketball on YouTube. Here we are, guys, getting ready for tip-off. The Celtics in the away jerseys and the green jerseys, white lettering for this one. Indiana at the home court in Indianapolis with the yellow jerseys and dark blue lettering. Here we are at the half-court circle getting ready for tip-off. And the ball gets tipped off. Celtics control as it goes into the hands of Al Horford. Horford puts it into the hands of Kyrie. Kyrie takes it past the timeline here. 11:50 left to go in the first quarter. Top of the key three from the outside by Boston. No good. Ugly three-point shot by Aaron Baines. Rebounded by Indiana. So the first shot was a missed three-point shot by Aaron Baines. Indiana got the rebound. Indiana with the ball. They have it at the right side baseline here for the Pacers. The Pacers put that inside the key, and looks like we have a foul called on the play. And Miles Turner will go to the free throw line here to shoot 2 shots. Aaron Baines, not a good start at all for the C's right now, as he picked up the foul. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play to basketball action here on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. First shot at the free throw line, no good by Miles Turner. What I'll do in the chat throughout the game is that I'll update the score for you guys as well. So right now, this one just tipped off. We have 11:33 left to go in the first quarter, 0-0, and Indiana hits their first free throw of the game to take the 1-0 lead. So here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action. Boston with the ball now, right wing perimeter. They pass it off, top of the key with Aaron Baines. Baines tries to feed that pass down low, and it's stolen away by Indiana. Here we go, right baseline here for the Pacers. They put that ball into the hands of Thaddeus Young. Back out on top now, right wing perimeter with Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic trying to dribble inside, beats Aaron Baines to the bucket, and puts 2 in. Wow, ugly start for only one player of Boston, and that is Aaron Baines. Let Indiana in the lane by Bogdanovic to drive right by him. Also committed a foul not even 30 seconds into the game. 3-0 Pacers. Right elbow jumper. Jason Tatum knocks it down. 3-2 right now. Indiana with the ball. They take it past the left side of the timeline. Make sure to hit those like buttons, guys, down below, and subscribe if you're new as well. Indiana floats up the shot at the free throw circle. No good. Hit the rim short. Rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Celtics now with the ball. They have it right wing perimeter. Kyrie passes inside to Aaron Baines. Aaron Baines puts that one home, up and in into the basket. Celtics with a 1-point lead at the moment, 4-3. And a steal by Boston on the play. Going other way, right wing three. Sees Kyrie knocks it down with 10-10 left to go in the first quarter right there. Huge 3-point shot by Kyrie, picking up where he left off. Just updated you guys with the score. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for asking. Boston 7, Indiana 3. Hey, what is up? Thank you so much for joining me. Floater in the key, no good by the Pacers. Rebounded by Boston. 9:50 left to go in the first quarter. Boston with the ball. They're up by 4. Jaylen Brown with the ball, right side baseline, and he puts it back out on top. Top of the key here with the ball, Jason Tatum dribbling now. Tatum with 5 on the shot clock. Tatum trying to go inside now. Step back deep two. At the top of the free throw circle, Jason Tatum knocks it down. 9-3. Boston with a 6-point lead. What is up, Kobe? Thank you so much, man, for joining me back here. Boston, 6-point lead, 9-3, 9:20 left to go in the first. Indiana with the ball. That is awesome. Yes, I live in Massachusetts, not too far from Providence, Rhode Island. So, yeah, I've been a big Boston sports fan, as we got a foul call with 9:12 left to go. So Boston now the ball, going to update you guys here with a score. So the C's right now have the lead at the moment, 9-3, and we have 9:12 left to go in the first quarter. They'll inbound the ball, and that was a right elbow two, no good by the Celtics, rebounded by the Pacers here. So Indiana with the ball. They have it right wing in the 3-point perimeter. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons, guys, down below. Subscribe as well. That was a missed shot right there from 3-point range from the top of the key by Indiana, rebounded by Boston. The Celtics have it, and the pass in traffic, no good. Tipped away, stolen by Indiana. They take it past the right side of the timeline here, and they put that ball into the hands of Wesley Matthews. He goes the distance, lays it into the cup right there, 9-5. Boston still with a 4-point lead. We have 8.5 left to go in the first quarter. Celtics up by 4. I call play-by-play the basketball action here on my channel. Kyrie passes that one off. Right corner three from the outside. Jaylen Brown all alone knocks it down right there with a 3 ball by number 7. 12-5. Celtics with a 7-point lead. Timeout taken by the Pacers in the early stages of this one at home. Going to update you guys with a score. Going to go over the box score here with you guys as well. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well. Trying to get this to 130 plus subscribers in 3 months on YouTube. That would be incredibly sweet if I could do so. But here we are, guys, with the first TV timeout of the game. Boston with a 7-point lead, 12-5 over Indiana in Game 3 of the first round of the Eastern Conference playoff. So right now we're on a commercial break. If you're a Boston sports fan like me and Tiffany, I'm going to update you guys constantly throughout the TV timeouts of the other Boston sports games going on as well. Boston Bruins playing against the Toronto Maple Leafs. That one just ended the second period. Score is tied up at 0. Nobody has scored yet between Toronto and Boston in the NHL game so far. That series is tied up at 2 apiece. If you're a Boston Red Sox fan as well, Red Sox with a 3-2 lead in the top of the 6th against the Tampa Bay Rays as well. We have I Love Mercury in the chat. What is up, man? Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well. Currently on a commercial break here. Celtics with a 12-5 lead over the Pacers with 8:21 left to go in the first. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for showing me the love here. I'll be back on Sunday, Easter Sunday. I'll have the Celtics game since that one falls on ABC as well. I'll have that for you guys at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And also, I'll be doing the Golden State Warriors against the LA Clippers right after the Celtics-Pacers game on Easter Sunday. So let's look at the scoring right now. Leading the way, 4 points. Currently, Jason Tatum leading the way for the C's. And then 3 points by Kyrie, 3 points by Jaylen Brown so far. For the Pacers, the leading scorer, 2 points by Bojan Bogdanovic and 2 points by Wesley Matthews. So that's what's going on right now. Currently on a TV timeout. And what I basically do, I do play-by-play of basketball action here on my channel. It's called Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for around 3 months or so. I did the entire March Madness tournament. I'm big into college basketball. And I did basically the entire March Madness tournament play-by-play. That was a blast. And here we are with the NBA playoffs since that's all done. So, yeah, Quentin hearing a sweep. Yeah, we'll see what goes on here. But Boston looking hot to start off this one, unlike the past 2 games where they've really shined towards like the late stages. Game 1, the Celtics outscored the Pacers 26-8 in the third quarter in Game 1. And then Game 2, the Celtics outscored Indiana once again 31-12 in the fourth quarter. So a lot of outscoring. It was towards the late stage of the game. Here we are with the Celtics out on top at the moment, though, by 7, 12-5. Updating you guys with the Raptors Magic game. Toronto has the lead at the moment, 69-61 with 3.5 left to go in the third quarter. So Toronto with a lead against the Orlando Magic, but Orlando keeping it close. Here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action. Celtics, Pacers. Here with the Pacers, we'll get the ball here back on the inbound. They are down by 7. We have 8:20 left to go in the first quarter. So the Pacers take it past the timeline here. They have it at the top of the key, dribbling towards the left wing perimeter with Collison. Try to put that one inside. Looks like a blocking foul called on the play. And that was a blocking foul again called on Aaron Baines. Again, that's his second foul already. So it looks like Indiana will shoot 2 here at the line. So I Love Mercury asking me, can I be a moderator? Thank you so much for the input. I appreciate that. Right now, I'm pretty good with everything, though, but thank you so much for asking. And Tiffany, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are great at doing play-by-play. Thank you so much. I've been getting a lot of compliments from everybody about that, so that is awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for the love on the channel. So Indiana did hit one. Yeah, they did hit both of their free throws. So it's 12-7 right now, and Boston with the ball. Left corner 3. Horford knocks it down. Not usually your 3-point shooter here, but Al Horford bangs that 3-point down 15-7 with 7:45 left to go in the first. Going to update you guys with the score, and I'll let you guys know my predictions as well. So 8-point lead by the C's here with 7:35 left to go in the first. Indiana has it left side baseline, spin move at the left elbow. They pass it right corner 3, and wow, did he hit it? He hit the 3-point shot with a shot clock violation by Indiana, so the ball will go back to Boston. They didn't get it off on time. They were like a millisecond away from that. So, yeah, I think Boston has a good chance of sweeping Indiana over here in the series. They have an 8-point lead right now. Horford, the feed inside the Baines. Baines underneath the bucket, passes right corner 3 from the outside. Knocks it down right there by Jaylen Brown with a 3-point shot. 11-point lead by the C's, and the Pacers are in trouble. Hit those like buttons if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. That ball gets tipped out of bounds, and that is a turnover by Indiana on the play. And thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate that. We got a lot of Celtics fans here in the chat, just like the last game that I did with the Celtics. No good on the shot by Tatum, but what a save right there by Boston. But they put the ball into the wrong hands. Indiana gets the ball. They pass it left corner three from the outside by the Pacers. Knocks that one down from three-point range. It's 18-10 at the moment. So that three-point shot by Indiana cuts the Boston lead with 6.5 left to go to 8. 18-10 right now. As Boston has the ball, left baseline jumper. Al Horford was wide open. He knocked that one down. 20-10 right now. Celtics with a 10-point lead. 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. Indiana now with the ball. They have it right wing, three-point perimeter with Wesley Matthews. Matthews trying to dribble inside. Too hard, too strong off the top of the backboard and rebounded by the C's. Celtics now with the ball. They have it right side baseline, trying to back his way inside. Tatum, turnaround jumper at the elbow, knocks it down. Everything is falling so far by the Celtics. This is great. 22-10 right now with 5:50 left to go in the first quarter. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well. Free throw circle jumper goes down by the Pacers. So it's back to a 10-point game, 22-12. 5:40 left to go in the first. Celtics with the ball. They have it top of the key with Kyrie. Kyrie lob pass underneath the basket to Horford. Horford backs his way inside. Jumper at the right side baseline, no good. Rebound by Indiana. Indiana with the ball now, down by 10, 22-12, trying to drive to the basket, and they do. They blow past the Celtic right there on the way and lay it up and in off the backboard. So add 2 more to the Pacers, back to an 8-point game, 22-14. Celtics with the ball, left wing three from the outside, knocks it down. Jaylen Brown has been automatic in this game from the outside. Hitting one after another so far. Jaylen Brown, I think he's a perfect 2 for 2 from three-point range. 25-14, Celtics with the 11-point lead. Indiana right elbow jumper. That one goes down for Bogdanovic. 25-16. 4:45 left to go in the first, guys. Celtics with a 9-point lead. If you're new to my channel, hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well. Celtics take it past the timeline here with Kyrie. Kyrie at the top of the key, passes right wing perimeter to Jaylen Brown. Oh, throwing down a dunk right there by Jaylen Brown, blowing by defenders in the lane, and he slams it down. Incredible right there. Where was the defense by Indiana on that one? 4:20 left to go in the first. 27-16, Boston with the 11-point lead. Top of the free throw circle, Indiana lays it up and in off the pass right there into the lane. Back to a 9-point game. 27-18. We have 4 minutes left to go before the end of the first quarter. Boston with the ball. Kyrie, right elbow jumper. He knocks that one down. All the shots are falling right now for Boston. 29-18. Celtics with an 11-point lead with 3:50 left to go in the first. Pacers with the ball. They try to pass it inside. No good, off a player's fingertips, and the key stolen away. 2-on-1 fast break. Oh, what a block right there from behind by number 21, Thaddeus Young. He denied Jason Tatum from behind on the 2-on-1 fast break. So we have 3:42 left to go in the first. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well as I call play-by-play here, the NBA playoffs. I usually do college basketball games, but since March Madness is done, I'm going straight into the NBA here and Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Let's get this to over 130 plus subscribers on my channel if you're new as well. As that free throw goes down by Indiana from the line. Hey, thank you so much, Tiffany. No problem. So I'll be back on Sunday on Easter. I'll be doing the 1 o'clock game on ABC for the Celtics as well. So if you guys have to go, feel free to join me in for that one as well. So 29-19, as Indiana did hit a free throw. Boston gets the ball here in the inbound. They have a left wing three-point perimeter. Terry Rozier is in the game for the C's. Kyrie now trying to dribble inside. That ball was swallowed up and kicked into the key and rebounded by Indiana here, trying to dribble into the lane, and he was denied. Huge block by Boston. Indiana gets the ball back, and they have it at the right corner perimeter. They knock down a deep 2 by Miles Turner on the play, cutting the Boston lead to 8 at the moment. 29-21. And it looks like a timeout called on the floor. 3:24 left to go in the first quarter. Just updated you guys with a score. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well as I call play-by-play here. basketball action on the NBA playoffs. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So right now we're on a commercial break. The score when we do get back to after this commercial break will be Boston 29, Indiana 21, and we'll have we'll have 3:24 left to go in the first. So I'm just gonna update you guys with the other scores. If you're a Boston sports fan, gonna update you guys with a Bruins score right now, and also I'll update you guys with the Red Sox score. So Bruins Maple Leafs, end of the second period, still tied up at 0 in that one. And if you're a Boston Red Sox fan, the Red Sox with 4 straight runs after the Tampa Bay Rays got out to a 2-0 lead. Boston has scored the past 4 runs, and now they have a 4-2 lead. So the Red Sox on top at the top of the 6th, 4-2 over the Tampa Bay Rays. As far as the other game going on in the NBA playoffs, the Toronto Raptors starting to pull away at the moment against the Orlando Magic. The score is 76-63. Raptors up by 13 against the Magic. As far as the other game that tips off later tonight, looks like the Portland Trail Blazers will play at the Oklahoma City Thunder. That one tips off in around 35 minutes from now. So we're currently on a commercial break. Gonna look at some of the leading scores of this game for you guys, and we'll look at the team stats as well. Boston shooting the ball phenomenally well right now from the floor. Do not click that link. I will remove it here from the chat. Should not be in the chat right now, so that one gets removed. But right now, Boston shooting at 67% from the floor. Indiana shooting the ball at 57% so far from the floor in this one. So, yeah, shooting percentages going on so far. Boston shooting the ball phenomenally well from the floor. 12 for 18 right now. 5 for 6 from three-point range. Also, we're going to look to the leading scorers here. Jaylen Brown leading the way for the Celtics. A perfect 3 for 3 from three-point range so far for Jaylen Brown. He has 11 points at the moment here for Jaylen Brown. I'm going to look at some of his other totals so far in the first 2 games. I'm going to see what he ended up scoring in those game 1 and game 2 so far. So let's see for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown ended up only with 6 points in game 2 and only 2 points in game 1. And right now, he's already past that. He has 11 points so far. Perfect 3 for 3 from three-point range from the outside. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play here of basketball action on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action off this commercial TV timeout. Celtics with a 8-point lead, 29-21. We have 3:24 left to go in the first. Jaylen Brown off to a hot start. He was 0 for 5 in the first 2 games of the series from three-point range. Tonight, starting out 3 for 3. Here we are back to action. Celtics with the ball. They have it. Right wing perimeter, passing it inside. And it looks like we do have a foul called from behind before the shot was banked off the backboard right there. So a foul committed by the Pacers on the play with 3:15 left to go in the first. I'm going to update you guys here with the score. Celtics 29, Indiana 21. We have 3:10 left to go. And Boston with a left wing 3. Nothing but net right there. They knock it down from the outside, 32-21 with 3 minutes left to go. So do you think the Celtics are going to win the championship? We'll see. They're playing some really good basketball right now. There's a couple of other really tough teams, though, like Milwaukee in there, Toronto. So I think like either those 3 teams have basically a chance to get through, but it's going to be really tough. If Boston does make it to the NBA Finals, it's going to be really, really tough to beat Golden State, I think. That team is just incredibly stacked, how good that team is. As Indiana has the ball, driving right side baseline. 34-21, Boston with a 13-point lead. Indiana trying to back their way inside the low post, and it looks like we have a foul called with 2:17 left to go in the first. Yeah, I think Golden State most likely will take it all. That team is just really, really stacked. They have They have 3 NBA All-Stars from this season on their team, and they have also a fourth one as well that played in the past. So that shot at the free throw line goes down for Indiana. 12-point game at the moment, 34-22. Indiana shooting at the free throw line, just hit their first one. I'll be back 1 p.m. on Easter Sunday with the next game for you guys with the Celtics versus Pacers. Second shot at the free throw line. That was no good by the Pacers. Rebounded by the Celtics here with 2:10 left to go in the first quarter. 12-point lead here by the C's as they've been draining 3-point shots from outside. Looking really good shooting the ball. Gordon Hayward inside the key passes that one back outside here. Kyrie, nice pass inside at the right baseline. Back to Kyrie. Kyrie takes the right baseline jumper. No good. Offensive rebound, though, and they set it up. Left corner three from the outside. Knocks it down. Terry Rozier with a three-pointer, and this one's getting out of hand. 37-22. Celtics with a 15-point lead with 1:40 left to go in the first. Pacers now with the ball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. They take the open three, and they knock that one down from the outside. That was a much-needed three right there by the Pacers to get back into this one. But the C's still with a lead, up by 12, 37-25, 1:23 left to go. Top of the key three, and there was a foul committed right before that. Terry Rozier did drain a three on the shot, but it looks like a foul committed on the play beforehand by Indiana. So I'm going to update you guys with the score here. 37 Boston, 25 Indiana. We do have 1:24 left to go in the first quarter. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below and subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on my channel. Here we are back to action. Celtics with the ball off the inbound as Hayward puts that ball into the hands of Marcus Morris. Morris takes the left elbow baseline jumper. No good. Offensive rebound, though, set up by Terry Rozier. Hayward, top of the key three, no good. Rebounded on the other end here by Sabonis of Indiana. Indiana did clear the ball past the timeline. Looks like there was a foul committed by the Celtics on the play with 1:04 left to go in the first. So Indiana will get the inbound. The score is Boston 37, Indiana 25. We have 1 minute even left to go before the end of the first quarter. Indiana with the ball now. They pass it inside, trying to go into the lane. No good on the shot. Ball tipped up in the air, rebounded by the Celtics. Hayward now with the ball, right wing perimeter, passes it off. Top of the key to Marcus Morris, passes left wing. Terry Rozier drains the three right there by Terry Rozier. 15-point lead by the C's. 40-25 in Boston. Hitting on all cylinders right now. 8 for 10 from the outside. Indiana trying to dribble inside at the left baseline. No good. It was rejected right there. Boston now with the ball. They pass it off left corner three from the outside by the C's. No good, but looks like offensive foul committed on the play right there. So offensive foul as Marcus Morris tried to go for the catch and shoot from the outside, but looks like it's an offensive foul turnover. Ball will go back to Indiana here with 27.9 seconds remaining. 15-point lead by the Celtics. 23 seconds left. Indiana with the ball as they take it past the timeline here. They have it at the edge of the Pacers logo. 15 seconds left to go before halftime. Indiana down by 15. They have the ball. Top of the key with Tyreke Evans. Evans now takes the right wing three from outside. Knocks that one down. Down to a 12-point lead, 40-28. 7 seconds left to go before halftime. Celtics with the ball. Rozier passes right wing. Deep three. No good, but a foul committed on the play. And Jaylen Brown will shoot three here from the line. 2.2 seconds remaining. A very costly foul right there from the outside. Looks like that was number 20 for Indiana. Doug McDermott from Creighton University. His father coaches the Creighton University Blue Jays. Doug McDermott commits the foul when basically Jaylen Brown was taking a 26-foot three-point shot. So Jaylen Brown to the line to shoot three. Just missed his first one. The score is still 40-28. Second shot, and that one rolls in. Got the courtesy of the rim right there by Jaylen Brown. So that one goes down 41-28. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well. So Jaylen Brown right now 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Will attempt his third. No good. Hits the rim short. Battle for the rebound. And it looks like Indiana has it, but time expires right there. So I'm going to update you guys with a score. This is the end of the first quarter. First 40-point first quarter in the NBA playoffs for the Celtics since 1990. So right there, the Celtics on all cylinders. Getting hot when you need it the most in the NBA playoffs. Shooting 67% from the field in the first quarter right now. So I love Mercury asking who's got the most points right now for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown does. He has 12 points so far by the C's. He's a perfect 3 for 3 from three-point range right now for Jaylen Brown. So number 7, Jaylen Brown for the Celtics, 12 points leading the way. Second on the team in scoring is Kyrie. He has 7 points right now at the end of the first quarter. 6 points by Jason Tatum, 5 points by Al Horford, and 2 by Aaron Baines. So that's what's going on so far. In this one for the Pacers, the leading scorer so far, Bojan Bogdanovic with 8 points for Indiana. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well. I'll be back calling play-by-play to the Celtics versus Pacers Game 4 on Easter Sunday. And then I'll also have Golden State versus the LA Clippers on there as well. So I'm just going to remove this. If you saw that link, make sure to don't touch that. I just reported that as I removed it the first time, put him in chat timeout the second time, and I just removed him from the chat right there. But yeah, right now we're at the half. 41-28 for the Celtics. First ever 40-plus point first half that they've had in the playoffs since 1990. That is crazy. What a hot start here by the C's. Doing everything so right. Shooting the ball from the outside. They are 80% from three-point range so far. In this one, 8 for 10 from three-point range to start off this game for Boston. As far as the rebounds, Boston looks like they have the advantage in the rebounding category as well right now. 11-7 so far. As far as the assists, Boston as well leading the way in assists right now in that first quarter. 12 assists by the C's, 4 assists by the Pacers. So let's see what's going on as well in NBA action here. Raptors up against the Magic, 83-69. That's the only game going on at the moment. Trailblazers Thunder. That game will tip off in around 25 minutes from now. So I Love Mercury puts, if the Pacers had Oladipo, do you think the Pacers team would play better? Yes, I do believe that. Actually, I was watching some of the NBA Countdown, and they were saying if Oladipo was in the game, that this could be like a totally different series, that this could be a split series at 1, possibly. Maybe it could be 2-0 in favor of Indiana if Oladipo was playing in this game. But Indiana just basically right after Oladipo went down, this team has been struggling to score, and that's what basically, like, these first 2 games of the NBA playoffs so far has shown in Indiana. They've struggled so much to score. They were held to 74 points on Sunday in Game 1, which is the lowest amount of points that they've scored so far this season. In Game 2, they were only held to 91 points. So both of these teams haven't even scored 100-plus points, but it looks like right now the Celtics are going to be on their way to scoring definitely over 100 tonight, I think. So here we are, back to action, guys. Second quarter just got underway with 11:30 left to go. So who I think is going to win the MVP? Maybe Kyrie for this series. I'm thinking Kyrie will win it for this series, coming off 37 points in the last game on Wednesday, as that bucket fell for the Celtics, 43-28, but going the distance right there by Indiana, laying it up and in off the bank, off the backboard, 43-30. Step back 3, left wing outside, no good by the Celtics, rebounded by the Pacers. 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Celtics with a 13-point lead, and Indiana trying to go inside, too strong on a layup right there, no good by Tyreek Evans, and rebounded by the Celtics. Jaylen Brown has the ball at the left wing of the perimeter. He is a perfect 3 for 3 shooting the ball from the outside. Celtics now with the ball, lob pass over the top, and it looks like there was a foul committed with 10:41 left to go in the second. So I'm going to update you guys with the score here. It was a shooting foul, so looks like Boston should be shooting 2 here at the free throw line. So right now, Boston with a 13-point lead, 43-30, and it looks like Marcus Morris will be shooting 2 here at the free throw line for the Celtics. First shot at the free throw line, no good. Hit the front part of the iron. Actually, that's been one of the only thing basically that Boston struggled so far in this game is hitting free throws. Right now, they're shooting the ball. I think they're 1 for 5 so far from the free throw line. 43-30, second shot at the free throw line here by Marcus Morris. Knocks that one down and back to a 14-point lead. Hit those like buttons if you're new to my channel. Guys, subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Indiana with the ball. They have it right wing perimeter. They pass it off to the left wing. Catch and shoot 3. They knock that one down. And back to an 11-point game. 44-33, 10-20 left to go in the second. Boston now with the ball. They take it past the top of the key. Right elbow here and trying to dribble inside. Al Horford kicks that back out on top. Marcus Morris passes it off to Hayward. Hayward into the key right there. And looks like Gordon Hayward gets fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Gordon Hayward gets himself to the free throw line here to shoot 2 shots for the Celtics. We have 10-10 left to go in the second quarter. Boston with the 11-point lead, 44-33. First shot at the charity stripe by Hayward. Knocks that one down. 45-33 Celtics with a lead. Gordon Hayward will have a second chance here. And that one goes in, just rattles right in. So he hits them both 46-33. Is Durant a snake? I wouldn't say that. It's interesting though, hearing these trade rumors. Somebody in one of my other games that I did of the Celtics 2 weeks ago, they were telling me that there's a good chance that KD might go to Boston next season. So we'll see what happens in the offseason. That jumper in the key goes down by the Pacers, and it looks like it's 11-point lead here. Boston with the ball. They have it with Hayward, passes a left wing 3 from the outside, no good. And that's an offensive foul on the play by Boston, so the ball will go back to Indiana. So right now, Boston with the 11-point lead as we get back to action here. 46-35, under 9.5 left to go in the second quarter. Indiana with the ball, trying to dribble inside, almost stolen away, but they get it back. They have it at the left corner, the 3-point perimeter. They're trying to dribble left side baseline. They take the left wing 3 from the outside. No good. That one rattles out and rebounded there by Jaylen Brown. So we have 9-10 left to go in the second. Celtics with the 11-point lead, 46-35. Right baseline, they have the ball. And Indiana with a steal, no good on the shot from the left corner perimeter there. And that one gets rebounded by Boston here. 46-35, 8:40 left to go in the second quarter. Boston with the 11-point lead. They have the ball. Top of the key with Al Horford. Puts it into the hands of Gordon Hayward. Hayward passes down with right wing perimeter. Terry Rozier with it back to Hayward. Hayward now passes right wing 3 from the outside by Horford. Al Horford knocks it down right there. And the Celtics back with a 49-35 lead. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play here of basketball action on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. The C's have the advantage right now. Indiana comes back, though. They had a 3-point shot of their own, 49-38 with 8 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Boston now with the ball, free throw circle. Oh, it's stolen away right there off the fingertips of Jaylen Brown. Stolen by Indiana, trying to go to the rim, and he lays it up and in by Tyreke Evans. So that only cuts the Boston lead to single digits at the moment, leading to a timeout taken by Brad Stevens. So I'm going to update you guys here with a chat with a score 49-40 at the moment. Indiana showing a little bit of signs of life here, heading into another TV timeout. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below, subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play here of basketball action on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And also let me know in the chat as well who you like in this one, if you're a Celtics fan like me or if you're a Pacers fan. So 49-40, as I Love Mercury asking, is Al Horford still ill? Let me see. I don't believe so, but let's see. I'll search it up for you. And let's see. I think he were. Yeah, I don't. It says 2 days ago. It says 2 days ago that he was still ill, but no new news. So the last that I've heard about his illness was only 2 days ago. So it looks like he's getting some solid minutes tonight. So it looks like Al Horford is pretty much good to go here, that he went through his illness battle 2 days ago. So we got Love Life EG right here, along with I Love Mercury in the chat. Both of these guys saying the Celtics as well. So you're with me as well on this one for the C's. So right now, we're on a TV timeout at the moment. When we do get back to action, Boston will have the 9-point lead, 49-40, with 7:48 left to go in the second quarter. Jaylen Brown leading the way in scoring. 14 points for Jaylen Brown, also playing the most minutes in this game, 14 minutes so far in this one. Jaylen Brown's a perfect 5 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from three-point range. Kyrie with 7 points, Al Horford with 8. Al Horford's also hit 2 3-point shots as well in this game. Going to update you guys with a Boston Bruins versus Toronto Maple Leafs with a score update here. 9:40 left to go in the third period. The Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs currently tied up at 0 apiece in that one. As far as the Red Sox had a 4-2 lead against the Tampa Bay Rays, but that lead has been chopped down and is now tied up at 4. Tied at the top of the 7th, 4 apiece between the Red Sox and the Rays at 4 in that one. Huge game for the Red Sox, saying that they're currently dead last in the American League East, and they have to beat the #1 team in the American League East. So I Love Mercury. If the Celtics beat the Pacers, they'll be drawn up against the Bucks. Yes, so yeah, they'll be playing Giannis next, as the Bucks have a 2-0 series lead against the Pistons so far, led by Giannis. So it'll be a battle for the green teams, basically the 1 versus 4. If this holds true, Celtics versus Bucks in the next round. So we're going to get back to action here momentarily. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below and subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Let's try to get this to 130 plus subs on the night. That would be awesome. I've been on YouTube for 3 months calling play-by-play. Let's try to get this to 130 plus subs here. 3 months on YouTube. I'll be back on Sunday, Easter Sunday, calling play-by-play of Celtics versus Pacers Game 4. Golden State versus Clippers Game 4 as well. Here we are back to action, guys. Celtics takes the ball past the timeline. They have it right wing perimeter with Al Horford. Horford passes at top of the key to Kyrie. Passes left wing perimeter here. Marcus Morris drains another shot right there. They counted another three-pointer from the outside. 52-40. Right now, 12-point lead by the Celtics. 7:20 left to go in the second quarter. Indiana with the ball as they have it top of the key here with Thaddeus Young. Young passes right wing perimeter to Corey Joseph, and now goes right elbow with Sabonis. Sabonis passes that one back out on top. Corey Joseph takes the 3, drains that one down from the top of the key. 52-43 at the moment. Celtics with a 9-point lead. Celtics with the ball. 6:55 left to go in the second quarter. There's a report of this guy, too. Let's report again. Here we go. That ball was stolen away, and Indiana gets the ball. 9-point game. Indiana down by 9. 6:35 left to go in the second quarter. They pass it into the key, and they finish right there inside with a layup for 2 more. 52-45. This is getting a little bit closer here with 6:20 left to go in the second quarter. Just updated you guys with a score here. Boston with the ball top of the key. with Kyrie. Kyrie passes top of the key, shot by Horford. Horford, no good. Try to make it 3 for 3 from the outside, but that one rattled out. Rebounded by Indiana. Pacers trying to dribble inside, no good. They were too strong off the backboard with a layup, but they were fouled in the lane as well, so they'll shoot 2 here at the line with number 12, Tyreke Evans. So Boston at the moment up by 7 here. 52-45 with 6:08 left to go, and Indiana will shoot 2 at the free throw line with Tyreke Evans. First shot at the free throw line. That one gets the courteous roll the rim, and it goes in. 52-46, 6-point game. Celtics were up by a bunch. I believe the highest amount was 15 points in this one. I call play-by-play of basketball action here. Make sure to hit those like buttons if you're new to my channel. Let me know in the chat as well who you like in this one, Celtics or Pacers. Both of the shots go down right there by Corey Joseph of Indiana. It's down to a 5-point game, 52-47. Celtics with the ball here. They have it at the left wing, 3-point perimeter with Marcus Morris, and that ball gets passed. It goes out of bounds. Let's see who retains it, though. It looks like Boston will get the ball back here on the inbound with 5:55 left to go in the second. So the Celtics retain it off the tip ball out of bounds by Indiana. Boston passes top of the key off to Aaron Baines. Aaron Baines hands that ball off into the hands of Marcus Morris. Right wing perimeter here. 4 on the shot clock. Morris takes the right baseline jumper. No good. Ball tipped in the air. Rebounded by Indiana. Pacers now with the ball. 2-on-1 fast break. Ooh, this is not looking good for the Seas right there. Indiana trying to pump up the crowd on the slam, a jam into the lane. 14-3 run in the last 2 minutes, 45 seconds here by the Pacers. 52-49. Hayward passes it off. Top of the key here with Kyrie. Kyrie with 5:20 left to go in the second quarter. Kyrie with 5 on the shot clock, trying to work his way inside. Hook shot by Kyrie into the lane. And an offensive foul committed by Kyrie into the lane on the push-off off his hook shot. So the ball will go back to Indiana. Wow. So what looked like the Celtics had full advantage early in this game. They were up 41-28 at the end of the first quarter. And now it's only a 3-point game. 52-49 with 5:10 left to go. Pacers with the ball off the inbound. Make sure to hit those like buttons. If you're new to my channel, subscribe as well. Right wing 3 to see if they can tie it. Oh, goodness, they do. Tyreke Evans with a 3-point shot, and this crowd is fired up in Indiana. Wow. So 17-3 run here by the Pacers. Boston with the ball. They have it at the right wing perimeter, and it looks like we do have a bump foul called committed by the Pacers on the play. So I'm going to update you guys with the score. This is a tie game, guys. Early in this one, the Celtics were up by 15 points. We have 4:50 left to go in the second quarter. Boston with the ball off the inbound. Hayward left wing. Perimeter puts it into the hands of Kyrie. Kyrie with 5 on the shot clock. Takes the step back 3. Left wing 3. Wow. Knocks that one down from the outside by Kyrie. That was a long 3. Back to a 3-point lead here by Boston. 10 points, 5 assists so far by Kyrie. 55-52. Celtics up by 3. Indiana with the ball. They try to go for the left wing 3, and it looks like we do have a foul committed on the play with 4:28 left to go in the second. That was a 6-step back 3 by Kyrie on the replay just moments ago. 4:28 left to go in the second. 3-point lead by the Seas. And Indiana will get the inbound here. They pass it off top of the free throw circle. They have the ball into the hands of Thaddeus Young. Passes that one off to the top of the key for the Pacers. And that is a free throw circle jumper. No good by Indiana. Rebounded here by Boston. 4:15 left to go in the second quarter. Celtics with the ball off the rebound. They take it past the timeline here with Kyrie. Top of the key with Kyrie. Dribbling towards the right wing of the 3-point perimeter. Kyrie dribbling towards the top of the key. Trying to make his move inside. And step back jumper at the left elbow. No good by Kyrie. Hit the top of the rim. Rebounded by Indiana. 3:50 left to go in the second quarter. Lob pass right there by the Pacers, trying to work their way inside left side baseline, trying to back their way inside the low post. Turnaround jumper by the Pacers. No good. But we do have a shooting foul committed in the process with 3:45 left to go in the second. So 55-52 is the score. 3:45 left to go in the second quarter. And it looks like 2 free throws coming up for Thaddeus Young for the Indiana Pacers. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play here of basketball games on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. First shot at the free throw line, no good by Thaddeus Young. It rattled out, so it's still a 3-point lead here by the C's, 55-52. During halftime, I'll update you guys with the other scores going around the NBA. Also going to update you guys with the Bruins Maple Leafs game, as that was another missed free throw at the free throw line by the Pacers right there by Thaddeus Young. So it gets rebounded by Boston. So 0 for 2 at the line right there. Celtics with the ball. They have it at the top of the key here with Gordon Hayward. Hayward trying to make his move inside and goes for the left baseline jumper. Gordon Hayward knocks it down as he gets a friendly roll into the bucket. 57-52. 3:18 left to go in the second quarter. Indiana with the ball. They have it top of the key here, as this is Bojan Bogdanovic, who has a right wing perimeter, puts that ball into the hands of Thaddeus Young. Young dribbles right side baseline, lays it in. 57-54, 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Celtics with the ball. They take it past the timeline with Kyrie. Kyrie at the top of the key, passes it off to Gordon Hayward, takes the three. Hayward, no good from the outside, rebounded here by the Pacers. 2:50 left to go in the second quarter. Right wing perimeter with Darren Collison. Collison passes it off top of the key here with Thaddeus Young. Young passes left wing perimeter for the Pacers, dribbles towards the top of the key. Miles Turner with the ball, hands it off now to Darren Collison. Collison passes that one back out. Turner, top of the key three, no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Collison of Indiana, so he keeps control of it. 2:20 left to go in the second quarter. 57 Boston, 54 Indiana. Indiana with the ball, trying to back their way inside low post, and turnaround jumper in the key. They knock it down right there by Thaddeus Young. It's a 1-point game. What was a 15-point lead has dwindled down to 1 right now for the Celtics. 57-56. 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Trying to go inside the lane. No good by the Celtics. Put back. No good. Rebounded by Indiana here. 1-point game. Pacers with the ball as they pass that one. Open man left corner three. No good. And they couldn't knock that 3-point shot down. Rebounded by Boston. 1:45 left to go. Catch and shoot. Kyrie. No good from the outside by Kyrie. Rebounded by the Pacers. Timeout called on the court. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. What a game in the second quarter. It looked like Indiana had no signs of life early on, but they've got back within 1 at the moment here. 1:40 left to go when we do get back to action. Currently on the TV timeout. Celtics with a 1-point lead, 57-56. So right now we're on the TV timeout. Going to update you guys with the leading scores of this game. For the Boston Celtics, the leading scorer, Jaylen Brown, 14 points. He's a perfect 5 for 5 from the field and a perfect 3 for 3 from three-point range. As well as other scores right now for the Celtics. Kyrie with 10 points right now with 1:40 left to go in the second quarter. Al Horford with 8, Jason Tatum with 6, and Aaron Baines with 2 inside the starting lineup for the bench. It looks like 7 points by Marcus Morris, and it looks like Terry Rozier has 6 points right now for the Celtics. For the Pacers, the leading scorer happens to be Bojan Bogdanovic. He has 11 points right now for Indiana at the moment. That's in the starting lineup, though. Tyreke Evans off the bench has 15 points for Indiana. Indiana looks like they have, that is, 15 plus 3, 18. And then, plus 6, 24 bench points right now for the Pacers in this game. But, this is a 1-point game. It was a 15-point lead early on by the Celtics. Currently on the TV timeout. If you're new to my channel, make sure to bang those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play here of NBA playoff action on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Also, let me know in the chat who you're rooting for in this one. If you're a Celtics fan like me, or if you're a Pacers fan, let me know in the chat who you're rooting for. So right now, fourth quarter, the Toronto Raptors with 13 seconds are leading the Orlando Magic 97-93. Make it 98 as both free throws went down at the free throw line. So the Raptors up by 5 against the Magic, 98-93 with 13 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. As far as the Boston Bruins, the game was 0-0 until the Toronto Maple Leafs put 2 goals past the Bees, and it looks like the Boston Bruins are in trouble, as the Toronto Maple Leafs have a 2-0 lead with 5:05 left to go in the third period in that one. As far as the Boston Red Sox, they're tied with the Tampa Bay Rays at the top of the 7th. The score's even at 4-4 right now in that game. Currently on a commercial break. Celtics Pacers, and this one going to get back to action when we do after the commercial break. We have Anon Lama in the chat. What is up? Saying Celtics all the way. Same with you here. Celtics all the way. I am from Massachusetts, by the way. I live 20 minutes outside of Providence, Rhode Island. I'm from southeastern Massachusetts, 50 minutes south of Boston, 20 minutes from Providence, Rhode Island, 15 minutes from the Rhode Island border. So, yeah, I've been a big New England sports fan for all my life. Huge Patriots fan, by the way. Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins. Gotta love Boston sports here, and gotta love it when when 3 out of the 4 teams are playing on the same night. But here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action. As Anand Lama from Nepal. Yeah, that is way far. That's out towards Mount Everest region. Wow, that is incredible. So I'm getting an international reach right now. That is awesome. As we're back to action here. Pacers, right corner 3 from the outside. Wow. They knock it down right there, and they take the lead 59-57. That is their first lead since the score was 3-2. So Indiana has a 2-point lead, 59-57. 105 left to go. Boston tried to pass that one inside. Stolen away by the Pacers. They go for the 3-point shot. They couldn't hit it at the top of the key, but it's an offensive rebound. They get clumsy with the ball, but they do get that ball back into their hands. That's an open 3. Nobody is there. Indiana misses the open 3. Hits the rim. Short rebounded by Boston. That was a huge miss. So the Celtics here have a chance to tie the game, and yes, they do. Pass inside to Al Horford. We're tied up at 59. 43 seconds left to go in the second quarter. I love Mercury from Australia in the chat. That is awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. This is an awesome international reach as well. 59 even. 35 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Pacers with the ball. They have it right wing in the 3-point perimeter. They pass that ball inside, and that one goes home underneath the bucket for 2 more for Indiana. 61-59. 25 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Kyrie with the ball. He takes it past the timeline here. He's at the edge of the Pacers logo. I wish I knew what the time was on the clock, but it looks like ABC just took it off. But here they are. Okay, so they put it back on. They put on the score graphic. Kyrie, right elbow jumper, no good. Rebound by Indiana. Looks like the Pacers are going to be leading at halftime. 61-59, 3 seconds left to go before the half. Step back 3 at the buzzer, no good. As that one gets an air ball. And wow, what an effort by Indiana here. They have a 2-point lead as we head into halftime. Boston down by 2 at half when they were up by 15 early on in this one. So I'm going to get you guys into halftime. I'm going to update you guys with a score, but it looks like the Pacers have the 2-point lead at the half. 61-59 after basically there was like no signs of life early on in that stage of the game. But Anand Lama saying, see you after 15 minutes. Yes, thank you so much. So I'll see you after the halftime break or so, guys. I'll still stay on here. I'll update you guys with the leading scores at halftime. I'll also be updating you guys with what's going on throughout the NBA and other scores throughout. So I love Mercury. Be back in 15 minutes. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in here. I'll be back here as well. I'm not tuning off my stream. I usually just stream straight through. So make sure to join me back on halftime. You guys have been awesome. So make sure to get back here to Behind the Arc Basketball after the half. Gonna update you guys here with the box score since we're at halftime between both of these teams. And it looks like leading the way, Jaylen Brown still stuck at 14 points, leading the way for the Celtics right now, as Jaylen Brown has played the most minutes out of anybody on the team so far. 19 minutes by Jaylen Brown, and he has scored 14 points. He's a perfect 5 for 5 from the field and a perfect 3 for 3 from 3-point range. for Kyrie. He's second on the team in scoring with 10 points right now for Kyrie. Al Horford also has 10 points, adding in as well. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on my channel. I'll be back on Sunday doing play-by-play of Celtics versus Pacers Game 4. That happens at, if you live on the East Coast, I know my time zone is Eastern time, so it'll take place at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Easter Sunday, if you live on the East Coast of the United States. And then I'll be covering right after that Golden State Warriors playing against the LA Clippers. So let's see what's going on so far in this one. Leading scorers for Indiana looks like this. 11 points by Bojan Bogdanovic. He is the leading scorer inside the starting five, but you have to go all the way to the bottom part of the lineup here. On the bench, Tyreke Evans has 15 points, leading the way for the Pacers as a team at halftime. As far as other NBA games going on right now, Toronto Raptors leading the series against the Orlando Magic. They beat the Magic today, as that one just went final a few minutes ago. 98-93, Raptors beat the Magic. So it looks like the Raptors have the 2-1 series lead at the moment. And let's see the other game going on. That one hasn't tipped off. It will tip off any minute from now. Portland Trail Blazers playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. That game's supposed to tip off in any minute from now, basically. But at halftime between Celtics and Pacers, 2-point game, 2-point lead by Indiana at the half. Celtics had a pretty big lead in the early stages of this game. I believe the largest lead was 15 points. Looked like no signs of life for Indiana, but the Pacers have climbed back into this game, and they're up by 2 at halftime. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play here on my channel. It's called Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be back on Sunday calling play-by-play of more NBA playoff games. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to give that a like. Make sure to subscribe if you like what I'm doing with a play-by-play here. We're at halftime. And what I basically did, I covered basically the entire March Madness college basketball tournament. And since that's over, here I am jumping into the NBA playoffs. So Boston's still shooting the ball better than Indiana from the floor. Early in this game, Boston was shooting the ball at 67% from the floor at the end of the first quarter, but that number has dropped down to 55% right now. Indiana shooting the ball just a tad below at 54.8% from the floor. As far as the rebounding game, that goes to the Celtics. They're +2 at the boards at the moment, 20-18. That was the concern for Indiana in this one, as the Celtics going into this game was a +28 on the boards through their first 2 games of this series, as they out-rebounded Indiana in game 1, 68-50. In the second game, they out-rebounded the Pacers 52-42. As far as other things go on, I'm looking at some of the differences here. It's been the points in the paint. Indiana has scored 26 points in the paint in this game. Boston, on the other hand, just keeps on shooting the 3-ball after 3-ball here, as they've only scored 8 points in the paint, but from the outside, they've attempted 17 3-point shots. The Celtics have. They've knocked down 11. That's a good clip from 3-point range. Boston is shooting the ball 65% from 3-point range. So right now, Boston that's incredible. 65% from 3-point range. Indiana shooting the ball 53% from 3-point range. As we look, I'm going to look to the series stuff now. So this is what the series looks like for all these teams. So Boston, most likely, if they do win Indiana in the series, they'll most likely take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee has a 2-0 series lead at the moment against the Detroit Pistons. So both of those teams with 2-0 leads in the series. Milwaukee up 2-0 against Detroit. Boston up 2-0 against the Pacers. As far as the other side of the Eastern Conference bracket, the Philadelphia 76ers dropped the first game against the Brooklyn Nets, but they won the past 2 straight. So the 76ers with a 2-1 series lead so far against the Brooklyn Nets. And the Toronto Raptors with a win today against the Orlando Magic. They lead the series 2-1 over the Magic. As we look to the Western Conference here, Golden State leads the series against the LA Clippers 2-1 in that series. Houston Rockets over the Utah Jazz so far 2-0 in that series. Portland with the 2-0 lead against Oklahoma City. That game just tipped off between both of those teams with the Trail Blazers and the OKC Thunder. And the 2 seed, the Denver Nuggets, are in a little bit of trouble here, losing against the 7 seed, the San Antonio Spurs, as the Spurs have the 2-1 lead right now in that series. So all the higher seeds so far with leads in their series besides the Denver Nuggets, who's a 2 seed and is losing to a 7, 2-1 in that series so far. Going to update you guys with NHL hockey scores from the NHL playoffs right now. 40 seconds left to go in the third period between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. The Toronto Maple Leafs holding on to a 2-1 lead against the Boston Bruins right now with 40 seconds left to go in the third period. Of course, that series is tied up at 2 apiece. Going to update you guys with Major League Baseball scores going on right now between teams. Boston Red Sox going up against the Tampa Bay Rays. That score is tied up at 4 in the top of the 7th right now. Of course, the Red Sox going from being World Series champions in 2018 to now starting dead last in the American League East, as they have a record of 6-13 overall, 3-10 on the road. This is a huge game for the Boston Red Sox against the #1 team in the AL East that basically nobody expected. That will be the Tampa Bay Rays, currently with a 14-5 record. But right now, both of these teams are tied up at 4 at the top of the 7th. Other games going on right now, New York Yankees up against the Kansas City Royals, 6-2 right now, top of the 8th right there. So the Yankees with a 4-run lead. Pittsburgh Pirates up over the San Francisco Giants. This game's in the bottom of the 1st. And the Pittsburgh Pirates have a 4-0 lead against the Giants. So that's how that game's going so far. Bottom of the 8th, Chicago White Sox leading the Detroit Tigers 7-2. Close game at the top of the 8th, Miami Marlins up against the Washington Nationals 3-2 in that one. Earlier games that already went final today, Chicago Cubs beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-1. And also we have games that's yet to start with their pitches as well. Atlanta Braves versus the Cleveland Indians got postponed today. Lots of rain going on throughout the Midwest. We got some of that rain here in the northeast corridor of the U.S. as well. As it was also the Baltimore Orioles got postponed today at Camden Yards as they were going to host the Minnesota Twins. Other games going on right now, LA Dodgers tied up against Milwaukee Brewers 2-2 in that game. New York Mets up against the St. Louis Cardinals 3-0. Philadelphia Phillies in the bottom of the 3rd up against the Colorado Rockies 1-0. Astros up against the Rangers bottom of the 4th 4-0 over there. So yeah, what I basically do is play-by-play of basketball action here. We're currently at halftime. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play here of Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So feel free to let me know in the chat as well who you like in this one. As I'm looking at it, we actually have a good amount of Celtics fans in here. Looks like Martinez Sadiris, looks like Go Pacers in here as well, as I was looking at that. So yeah, I was looking at Anon Lamas and I Love Mercury. So both of those were international people, which was awesome. Just yeah. But yeah, we also have Pacers in here as well. So yeah, right now Pacers have a 2-point lead, 61-59. It's going to be a good fight to the finish, hopefully, in this one. Then I'll be back with the next game, Game 4 for you guys. I'll have that on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time on Easter. I'll be doing the play-by-play of that one. But yeah, we've got this crazy amount of rain. I'm from Massachusetts, not too far from Providence, Rhode Island. We've got this crazy amount of rain that's supposed to be coming in. like these next few days. This is supposed to be like 100% downpours tomorrow and Saturday. So yeah, we're going to get back to action here momentarily. Currently on a commercial break right now. We're at halftime. 61 Indiana, 59 Boston. So I'll be back to do the play-by-play right after the half. Just going to check you guys on the Boston Bruins Toronto Maple Leafs game. Looks like this one is about to go final, as the Maple Leafs are 1 second away from winning this one against the Boston Bruins. So I'll let you guys know when that one's been gone final. Basically has, end of regulation. So the Toronto Maple Leafs take down the Boston Bruins 2-1. That one just went final. And that one 15 seconds ago. So let's see here. Let's see. This is from a source on, looks like a hockey reporter on Twitter. His name is David Alter. He says, for the first time in 60 years, the Toronto Maple Leafs will host the Boston Bruins in a playoff game with a chance to eliminate them. Last time, the Leafs were up 3-2 on the Bruins at home on April 4th, 1959. Toronto lost, but won Game 7 in Boston. So, yeah, Toronto up now 3-2 against the Boston Bruins, as, the Boston Bruins just lost that game. The only other game in the NHL playoffs for tonight is the Colorado Avalanche going up against the Calgary Flames. That one's a late game since it's on the west coast of the U.S. Actually, it's out in Canada for that game. So Calgary, out in Calgary, Canada, and that one takes place at 10 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, we're going to be going back to action here, hopefully momentarily here. Let me know in the chat who you guys like in this game. If you have any sports-related questions as well, let me know in the chat as well. So, yeah, the NFL, if you guys follow the NFL, if you're from the U.S., the NFL playoff schedule, or NFL regular season schedule was just released a few days ago. So, yeah, that was pretty big. That just came out. Patriots playing Steelers on Monday or Sunday Night Football. The original Thursday Night Football to kick it off. Usually the defending Super Bowl champs usually play on that one, but instead they moved the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers to play that. It's supposed to be like commemorate. I think it's NFL in 100 years or so. So that will take place in the first NFL regular season game of the year. But here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action here momentarily. Celtics against Pacers, as it looks like we're getting ready for the second half. I'm going to put that score back in the chat for you guys so we all know the score right now. So Indiana with a 2-point lead, 61-59, as we're almost ready to get back to the third quarter here between Boston and Indiana. So here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action. Make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play here on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Here we are, guys, back to action. Indiana will get the ball here on the inbounds. It's the Pacers in the yellow jerseys, dark blue lettering. The Boston Celtics in the green jerseys and white lettering. Indiana with the ball. They have it at the top of the key. They pass it off right wing of the perimeter. They have it, and they try to pass it inside. Stolen away. Ooh, almost stolen away, though. It looked like Al Horford almost picked that one up, but it went off his hands. Indiana, they dish it off to an open man. He couldn't even get more open than that, and Miles Turner hits the three-point shot from the left corner. That is the largest lead for the Pacers right now, as they are up by 5 at the moment, 64-59. We have 11:20 left to go in the third quarter. Boston with a three-point shot, no good. Not a good way to start off the third quarter for the C's. Rebounded here by the Pacers. They have a left wing of the perimeter with Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich, 11-10 in the third quarter with the ball. He has that left wing of the perimeter, trying to make his move inside, guarded by Baines. Kicks that one Back out inside, top of the key. They pass it off left wing perimeter with Darren Collison. We got the Kings analysis in here. What is up, the Kings analysis? Thank you so much for joining me in here in the chat. Also, Graydon, welcome back, man. Thank you so much here for joining me. He's an everyday follower here on my channel Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Gotta love my subscribers here on the channel. You guys are awesome. Let's keep this subscriber rate going here. As here we are, back to action. So the ball was tipped and stolen the other way. Boston with the ball now. Trying to drive into the lane and a foul call with 10:48 left to go into the third quarter. Looks like the Celtics will shoot 2 here at the line. So the score right now is Indiana 64, Boston 59. We have 10:48 left to go in the third quarter. If you are just joining us, Boston had a 15-point lead in the early stages of this one. Looks like Indiana had no signs of life as Boston just kept on hitting three-point shot after three-point shot. But then their shooting got a little bit cold towards the end of that second quarter. That's when Indiana cut that lead and took the 2-point lead at the half. First shot at the free throw line was no good, and the second shot went down by the Celtics. 64-60, 10:45 left to go in the third quarter. Pacers take the ball past the timeline. I love Mercury back in the chat. Thank you so much here for joining me back here. As the Pacers take the right wing three, no good from the outside. Battle for the rebound. Looks like Al Horford picks it up. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button as well. Subscribe if you're new as well. Boston with the ball, left corner three, no good by Al Horford. Tip back out on top, and Celtics get the offensive board. Put the ball into the hands of Al Horford at the key. Passes it back to the top of the key to Jason Tatum. Tatum passes it, slings it over to the left wing. Nice shot fake right there. Left wing three. Jaylen Brown. He's been automatic basically tonight in this game. Jaylen Brown now with 18 points, leading the way in scoring for the Celtics. 64-63. Jaylen Brown, a perfect 4 for 4 from the outside. Pacers with the ball. They have the 1-point lead. They take the top of the key three. They miss it from the outside, rebounded by Boston. 64-63 at the moment is the score. 9:43 left to go. Boston no good with a right wing three as that one hit the rim short. And it gets rebounded here by the Pacers. 9.5 left to go in the third quarter. Pacers with the ball. Ooh, that was a turnover. That pass, lob pass to the right corner, the three-point perimeter just was way over their teammate's head and went out of bounds. So Boston will get the ball here back on the inbound. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well. Great. And Jaylen Brown has been stepping up in this game. He's the leading scorer right now, 18 points, and he's shooting a perfect 4 for 4 from three-point range. That shot in the key was a miss by Boston. Let's see who will get the ball back here with 9:08 left to go as that ball went out of bounds on the play. And it looks like the Celtics will get the inbound. So last tipped out of bounds by the Pacers. Celtics with the ball. They have it. They take the top of the free throw circle jumper. No good by Al Horford. Rebounded by the Pacers. Indiana now with the ball. They have it at the top of the key. They're going to set up the offense with Darren Collison. 8:50 left to go in the third quarter. He passes it left wing perimeter to Bojan Bogdanovic, and he passes it off left corner three by Miles Turner. No good by Turner. Rebounded by Boston. Jaylen Brown with another rebound. He takes it past the timeline here. Kyrie with the ball. Top of the key three. No good by Kyrie. Offensive rebound, though, underneath the basket by Horford. Horford with the ball, backing his way inside. Spin move and passes that one back out on top. Boston passing it around the perimeter here into the hands of Jason Tatum. Takes the right corner three. No good. Hit the top of the rim. Rebounded by Indiana. Still 64-63 with 8:10 left to go off the missed three-point shot. So Indiana with the ball now. They have it at the right wing of the three-point perimeter. They have it at the right elbow. They take the deep two, and we have a foul called with 8:03 left to go in the third. So if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button, guys, down below. Subscribe as well as I call play-by-play here, basketball action on my channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So here we are, back to action off the inbounds. We got Rex Production here. Nice job, bro. Keep it up. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I've got a lot of people who always tell me that, so that is awesome. I do play-by-play of basically basketball action. Here's the Celtics try to go for the right corner three ball. No good by Kyrie. Rebounded by Indiana. 7:40 left to go, third quarter. Miles Turner, left wing three. No good. Both of these teams are missing shots left and right from all over the court. We have stayed stagnant at 64-63 for the past couple of minutes. 7:25 left to go in the third quarter. Boston now with a ball, right elbow spin move into the lane. Jason Tatum finishes to the bucket right there. Banks it home by Tatum, and the Celtics have the lead right back, 65-64 with a timeout called on the court. Good game right now between both of these teams. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well. We're moving into a TV timeout right now with 7:18 left to go in the third quarter. So Graydon saying this is by far the least scoring matchup in the playoffs. Yeah. Both of these teams have yet to hit 100 so far. 84-74 was the round one game. The Pacers were held to 74 points. That was a season low throughout the entire regular season. And count the two games of the playoffs. 74 is the lowest points that the Pacers scored this entire season. And they did it in game one against the Celtics. The second game, both of these teams couldn't even hit 100 in the second game. Pacers scored 91, Celtics scored 99. In the first game, the Celtics scored 84 points and still won in game one, 84-74. But here we are in a TV timeout. I'm going to update you guys with other NBA scores going on at the moment. Toronto Raptors beat the Orlando Magic around like 40 minutes ago, 98-93. So the Raptors with a series lead against the Magic right now. That is a 2-1 lead by the Raptors. And this game just tipped off a few minutes ago. Oklahoma City Thunder with a 2-point lead against the Portland Trail Blazers, 10-8. That score just updated. It looks like the Trail Blazers hit a 3-point shot. So Trail Blazers on top with 5:20 left to go in the first quarter, 11-10. As far as NHL action goes, Graydon will like this one. The Toronto Maple Leafs pulled out the W, and they lead the series against the Boston Bruins 3-2. As Toronto Maple Leafs won Game 5 today, 2-1 against the Boston Bruins. So that one finished up a few moments ago as well. As we look to Major League Baseball scores, Boston Red Sox up on top against the Tampa Bay Rays, 6-4 at the moment. Let's see how the Yankees are doing against the Royals. Yankees with a 6-2 lead against the Kansas City Royals at the moment. Tons of Major League Baseball games going on throughout the day. Top of the sixth between the LA Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers tied up at 2. New York Mets up against the St. Louis Cardinals 4-1. But in this game, right now, we're currently on a TV timeout. Leading the way, Jaylen Brown, 18 points for the Celtics. He's a perfect 4 for 4 from the three-point line and also a perfect 6 for 6 from the field. Kyrie with 10 points, Al Horford with 10. As far as the Pacers, 15 points. Leading the way is Tyreke Evans off the bench for Indiana. Indiana right now has 24 bench points so far in this game. The Celtics have 17. So 24 bench points by Indiana, 17 by the Celtics. And both of these teams are shooting an even 48% from the field. At the end of the first quarter, Boston was shooting 67% in the first quarter. They just could not miss shots, but they've gone stone cold. That's why their 15-point lead had dwindled to 5, and then they just got up again. They're up by 1 at the moment. But here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action. So here we are back to action. Indiana with an inbound as the Pacers take that ball past the timeline. They have it top of the key with Collison. He passes it right wing here to Wesley Matthews, and now it's at the right elbow. And now the shot fake trying to dribble inside underneath the basket for Thaddeus Young. Thaddeus Young could not finish to the basket. Rebounded by Aaron Baines. 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Boston with a 1-point lead, 65-64. Aaron Baines has it at the top of the key. Puts it into the hands of Jason Tatum. Tatum trying to dribble inside the low post and get stripped of the ball in there, but it looks like the Celtics will get the ball back with 6:49 left to go. So Isle of Mercury asking, do you remember when Carmelo Anthony was in the American Olympic team in 2016? I think I remember that. I remember them playing. I remember watching a game on NBC of the Olympics, and it was like a huge blowout. They played Team Nigeria, and I think they beat them by like over 100 points in that Olympic game. I think that was in 2016 when they played them. So Indiana gets the rebound. They have the ball at the right baseline, and they try to dribble inside. They miss that shot. Rebounded here by Kyrie. Kyrie fast break. Passes that one inside to Tatum. Tatum jams it down for the Celtics. And they have a 3-point lead, 67-64. That's what the fast break can do to you right there. Boston converted easily on that one. 6:05 left to go in the third quarter. Boston with a 3-point lead. Bogdanovich trying to dribble inside, puts up the shot, and wow, he banks that one home. Didn't hit the floor hard, but no foul called. 67-66. Boston with the ball. They take it past the timeline here with Kyrie. Make sure to hit those like buttons if you guys haven't done so already. Subscribe as well. Let's get this to 10 plus likes on my channel for tonight. Air ball shot by Boston, rebound by Indiana. 5:40 left to go, and a reach and foul committed on the play by Gordon Hayward. So I'm going to update you guys with a chat. Looks like we got Anna Lima. What is up? Thank you so much for joining me back here. Let's get this to 10 plus likes on the night on my channel. If you're new as well, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. 5:40 left to go in the third quarter. Indiana here with the inbound. They pass it off to the top of the key. They take the right elbow jumper, and he's fouled as well. So I'll go to the line for and one. He made the jumper, so Miles Turner hit home the right elbow jumper, and he got fouled, so he'll go to the line to shoot the and one. So Indiana now out in front by 68-67. This is a good back and forth game right now. 5:34 left to go in the third quarter. And they'll go to the line to shoot the and one. So, Christian Laviano, do you think Boston will win this game? I think it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be really close now. But, yeah, I think they have enough to pull it off here, hopefully. And that shot at the free throw line goes down by the Pacers. So, Indiana now with a 2-point lead, 69-67, 5.5 left to go. Yeah, Kyrie hasn't really gone off in this game, unlike the other game with 37 points. Kyrie tonight only has 10, so expect a lot more from him. Terrible shot taken inside the key right there by Gordon Hayward. Hit the rim short, rebounded by the Pacers. Pacers with a 2-point lead, 5:10 left to go in the third quarter, 69-67. The Kings analysis is back. Thank you so much, man, for joining me back here on the channel. Left corner 3-point shot, no good by the Pacers, rebounded by the Celtics. Kyrie with the ball now. He has it at the left wing of the 3-point perimeter. Kyrie passes it off top of the key. Open three by Al Horford, and he missed it. Tip in, though. Goes in by Marcus Morris, helping out a teammate right there. We're tied up at 69. 4:40 left to go. 69 apiece. Pacers with the ball. They take the top of the key three. That one hits the top of the iron. Fight for the rebound. Celtics get it. Kyrie takes it past the timeline. Puts that ball into the hands now of Jaylen Brown. The shot goes down right there by Jaylen Brown. 71-69. Boston out in front once again. This is a good game. Back and forth battle here with both of these teams. 4:15 left to go in the third quarter. Pacers trying to move inside. They float the shot home inside the key. Gets that one to fall. 71 even right now. Make sure to hit those like buttons. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe as well. 71 even, 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Kyrie takes the top of the key three, knocks it down by Kyrie. Now here's the point starting to fall. Kyrie with 13 right now. 74-71, 8 assists, 13 points by Kyrie. Indiana now with the ball. They have it at the left wing of the 3-point perimeter. We have 3:35 left to go in the third quarter. Indiana with the ball. Collison, step back jumper right there. No good at the top of the free throw circle. It gets tipped back to his teammate, though, trying to dribble underneath the basket. Bogdanovich, no good right there. He airballed it. Tip in, no good. Indiana got 3 straight offensive rebounds in a row, and the ball gets tipped out of bounds. But it looks like the Pacers should get the ball back here on the inbound with 3:17 left to go in the third. Boston just could not get a rebound there at all. Man, and Indiana here will get the inbound pass. They missed like 3 or 4 tip-ins in a row underneath the basket off of the Bogdanovich air ball. And right now we have 3:17 left to go in the third quarter. Boston 74, Indiana 71. Make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. And it looks like we're getting ready to go back to action. 74 Boston, Indiana 71, 3:17 left to go in the third. Let's get this to 10 plus likes on my channel tonight for this video. We're back to action here. Indiana with the ball. They have it at the free throw circle with Darren Collison. Collison passes right elbow here to Bogdanovich. Passes that one back out on top. Takes the three by Tyreke Evans. Tyreke Evans, no good. Battle for the rebound. Celtics have it. They take it past the timeline. Gordon Hayward passes that one off. Left wing three from outside. No good by Terry Rozier. Rebounded by Indiana. 74-71. Boston with a 3-point lead. Indiana with the ball. 2:45 left to go in the third quarter. Indiana takes the jumper in the free throw circle, and a foul committed on the play with 2:44 left to go. Looks like an offensive foul committed by Darren Collison, so the ball will go back here to the Celtics. 74-71. Bang those like buttons, guys. Subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. I call play-by-play of basketball action here on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Let's get this to 10 plus likes on this video tonight here. Entering another TV timeout right now. Boston 74. Indiana 71. We have 2:44 left to go in the third quarter when we do get back to action. Let me know down in the chat below as well who you like in this game, Celtics or Pacers. So Rex Productions in the chat saying that Boston with Kyrie is going to the finals. We are going to see if that switch that Kyrie has been talking about throughout the entire season gets turned on right in these playoffs and he takes his team all the way to the NBA Finals. It might happen. We'll see. They've got some tough teams, though, to play in this NBA playoffs. The Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis, who is basically an inside scorer where he basically does all his work. But also in there, the Toronto Raptors as well, the 2 seed. I think the 1, the 2, the 4 are going to be the toughest teams to beat inside the Eastern Conference. For Philadelphia, if they get going at the right moment as a 3 seed, them too. But yeah, they lost that first game to Brooklyn. Just nothing was going the 76ers way in that way. So it's gonna be interesting to see what goes down here. Who will play in the NBA Finals? And if the Celtics keep this up, they just need to keep on scoring points. That's all. They got a great defense as of late. What they've been doing these past 2 games defensively, but they just got to keep it up. If Kyrie can keep on going off like 37 points in the last game, this is going to be a tough team to beat. So Christian Laviano, who do you think the Bucks do you think they will go into the finals? The Bucks are the #1 team right now. I haven't seen the Bucks a whole lot, but yeah, #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They're a really good team, mostly led by Giannis, though. They're basically like an inside scoring team, though. So if Boston can basically find a way to stop Giannis inside, it could be like a totally different game if Brad Stevens comes up with a really good game plan to stop that inside scoring from happening from Milwaukee. But yeah, they are the #1 seed right now. I think most likely Golden State is going to make their way, of course, into the NBA Finals once again. But if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe as well. I'll be back again on Easter Sunday. I'll be doing 2 games, the Boston Celtics and the Game 4 versus the Indiana Pacers. So Celtics-Pacers Game 4 on ABC. I'll have that play-by-play for you guys on that stream. 1 p.m. Eastern time on Easter Sunday. And also on Sunday, after the conclusion of that game, I'll also be doing the stream Golden State versus the LA Clippers. So we're almost back to action here. Looks like the Red Sox have the 6-4 lead against the Tampa Bay Rays at the moment, top of the 7th in that game. So here we are, guys, back to action. Jan Cardona asking, who's going to win? I'm saying Celtics for this one. It's going to be close, though. I think 74-71. Boston did have a 15-point lead at one time in this game. And here we are back to action. Boston with a right wing three. No good from the outside. Rebound by Indiana. So here we are back to action. Pacers with the ball. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. As I Love Mercury puts, if the Celtics have Marcus Smart, the Celtics will be a lot more comfortable. Yeah, I agree with that too. He's a really good player on the defensive end. Like one of the best defensive players on the team. He's supposed to be missing, I think, like 4 to 6 weeks with that oblique injury, as that shot gets banked home right there by Indiana inside the low paint. So Jan Cardona, shout out Idol. What is up? And Anan Lima giving you a shout out as well. What is up to Anan Lima watching all the way out in Nepal and Mount Everest land, as that 3-point shot, that 3-point attempt by Boston by Terry Rozier was a miss, but it looks like he got fouled and he'll go to the line to shoot 3. I'm going to update you guys with the score here. It's Boston 74, Indiana 73. It looks like Terry Rozier got fouled from behind the 3-point arc. So we have 1:46 left to go in the third quarter. And Terry Rozier will be shooting 3 free throws at the line. First shot by Rozier. Knocks that one down. 75-73, Boston up by 2. Make sure to hit those like buttons if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. I'll be back on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you live on the east coast of the U.S., that is the time for the next game between the Celtics Pacers. I have that stream for you guys. So 2 shots at the free throw line goes down by Terry Rozier. 76-73. Looks like Kyrie checks out of the game here. And he's on the bench. Terry Rozier shooting free throws. And he'll have his 3rd shot here at the free throw line. Let's see if he can make it a perfect 3 for 3. He does. 77 Boston, 73 Indiana. 4-point lead here by the Celtics. Make sure to bang those like buttons, guys. Subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Pacers with the ball. They have it. Top of the key. They pass it off to Miles Turner. Turner passes right wing of the 3-point perimeter here for the Pacers. Lob pass to the right baseline where the ball is Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis feeds that ball inside the low post, tipped away, and almost stolen by Boston on the play with 1:22 left to go in the third. And it looks like there was a foul committed on the play as well. Jan Cardona, thanks for the updates. I appreciate that. That's what basically my channel is, doing a play-by-play for you guys. So whoever's basically like away from the TV screen and doesn't have that opportunity might be in another region or so that won't be able to get the radio station to this game as well. I give you guys the updates through YouTube here with a play-by-play. So that was a turnover in the offensive foul committed by Indiana. Boston with the ball here. Gordon Hayward has it, dribbling towards the left wing of the perimeter, puts it into the hands of Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier, floater, jumper, and the key, no good right there. Missed by Terry Rozier, rebounded by the Pacers. 1 minute left to play in the third quarter. Indiana with the ball. They pass it off to the left wing of the perimeter, and they put that ball outside again, and they have it at the top of the free throw circle. No good. Missed shot at the top of the free throw circle by the Pacers, rebounded by the Celtics. 45 seconds left to go before the end of the third quarter. Rozier with the ball at the top of the key, and that ball gets tipped out of bounds with 38.9 seconds left. Gonna update you guys with a score. Celtics up by 4. 77-73. 38.9 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Boston inbounds it, puts it into the hands of Terry Rozier, passes it off now to that's into the hands of Jason Tatum. Tatum feeds that one inside to Horford, kicks that one back out top. Top of the key 3, Rozier, no good on the miss. Offensive rebound though by Horford, back to Tatum. Tatum takes the 3, knocks it down from the top of the key. 20 seconds remaining. That's a huge offensive rebound right there by Al Horford, and he fed the ball back outside at the top of the key to Jason Tatum and knocked it down. 80-73, 7-point lead by the C's. 8 seconds left to go before halftime. Pacers with the ball. Double team set up here by Hayward. Hayward now guarding alone. They pass it off. Top of the key 3 at the buzzer. No good by Indiana. And that's how we end the third quarter. Boston 80. Indiana 73. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe, as well as I call play-by-play here of basketball action. So just ended the third quarter. Celtics 80. Pacers 73. And we'll get to the fourth quarter here momentarily. Going to update you guys with the box score stats, team score stats here since we're on this commercial break. So we got Anan Lima all the way from Nepal listening into the chat here. International countries from Asia listening into the chat. This is awesome. Christian Laviano, Jason Tatum on fire after that shot. I agree with that, and I love Mercury. Loving the Celtics as well. Anan Lina putting come on Celtics and let's go Celtics as well by Christian Laviano. So I love Mercury all the way from Melbourne, Australia over here. That is awesome. This is awesome, getting this international reach. I think the last game that I did with the Celtics Pacers back in the regular season towards the end of March, I was getting people up towards like the Dominican Republic in that chat. The Philippines was one of the popular countries that I got people as well. So Jan Cardona, Brown, Tatum, and Irving. But Brown got many points. Yeah, I'm going to update you guys with that. Jaylen Brown, 20 points, leading the way in scoring right now. He's a perfect 7 for 7, shooting from the floor, a perfect 4 for 4 from three-point range for Jaylen Brown, the hero in this game. But here we are. Kyrie has yet to go off in this one. 13 points only for Kyrie, but the Celtics with a 7-point lead. 13 points also by Jason Tatum. 10 points by Al Horford. For the Indiana Pacers, the leading scorer for this one looks like 15 points by Tyreke Evans, and then a tie for 13 points by Miles Turner and Bojan Bogdanovic. So if you guys are new to that channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well, as I call play-by-play here throughout the NBA playoffs. So Christian Laviano, where can I watch live? If you do not live in the United States, then you wouldn't be able to get the game on ABC, but let's, here, I'll type it in for you. So I believe if you go to ESPN3.com, ESPN3's website, you should be able to get the game. I'll type that in here for you. So if you go to ESPN3's website, you should be able to get the game. And Cardona, Philippines. So out, that is awesome. So Christian Laviano out in the Philippines as well. So yeah, if you guys, I think you guys can watch it live on the ESPN3 website. So type in ESPN3 and then there's something that comes up where it says like upcoming and live. Just put in live and you should be able to click on it, I believe, if you do have an internet service provider. You don't need cable TV to even do that. I think you just need an internet service provider and you'll be able to stream live, I believe. So that's how you're able to watch the game live most of the times. Usually they put it in like Spanish or something. Sometimes they put it in different languages. Sometimes they put it in different cameras as well. So yeah, Oklahoma City playing against the Portland Trail Blazers at the moment. 25-23, OKC Thunder up by 2 with 9 minutes left to go in the second quarter. But here we are, guys, back to action in this one, Celtics Pacers. We got F1 1TE Stealthy. Did the game end? No, the game did not end right now. We are in the fourth quarter. Gonna put the score here for you guys in the chat. Boston 80, Indiana 73. We have 1 quarter remaining. So we have 11:40 left to go in the fourth. So we are finally in the last quarter of this game. So here we are, guys, back to action here. 80-73, missed shot by Boston inside the key and rebounded by the Pacers. Here we are, guys, back to action. Pacers with the ball, 11.5 left to go in the fourth quarter, down by 7 here for Indiana. They have it right wing 3. They take it outside, and oh, wow, they hit that one as that one rattled in, got the courtesy of the rim. 80-76. We got Robert Keeney in the chat. What is up? Thank you so much for joining me back here in the chat. Terry Rozier with the ball by the Celtics. They have a 4-point lead. Boston 80, Indiana 76. And Jason Tatum tried to go inside, and he got stripped of the ball by Indiana, but a terrible fast break as that lob pass went over the Pacers' Corey Joseph's head, and it goes out of bounds right there. They could not execute the fast break, and the ball goes back to Boston. Robert Keeney putting, you're the best YouTuber. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit those like buttons down below. Subscribe as well. Jumper in the key by Boston. Knocks it down. Right there by Marcus Morris. Hits the 2. 82-76. Celtics up by 6. Marcus Morris, 11.6 rebounds. Jan Cardona putting like an announcer in the NBA. That is great. As here we are, guys. Indiana with the ball. They try to back it inside. They pass it back to the right wing in the three-point perimeter here for the Pacers. Pacers trying to dribble inside. They're stripped of the ball. Let's see who the refs roll it out on. His last touched by Indiana. So Boston will get the ball here back on the inbounds. 82 Boston, 76 Indiana. Going to update you guys here with a score in the chat. We have 10:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. 6-point game. Boston with the ball. Gordon Hayward trying to dribble inside. Takes the jumper and a key. No good. Hit the top of the rim. Rebounded on the offensive end by Boston. Left corner three. No good. Rattled from the outside by Marcus Morris. Rebounded by Indiana. Hit those like buttons. Let's get this to 15 plus likes on this game tonight. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Wow. Right there. That was number 44. Bojan Bogdanovic just went through the entire Celtics defense and laid it up and in. 15 points right now by Bogdanovic. 9:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Yes, this is on the Pacers court at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. So Pacers court here for this game and the game on Sunday. As that jumper goes down at the right elbow by Boston. 84-78 with 9.5 left to go. Sees with the 6-point lead, 84-78. Pacers with the ball. They have it at the right wing, 3-point perimeter. Trying to dribble inside the key, and that one's stolen away by Al Horford. And that ball gets kicked by Boston, stolen once again by Indiana. So back-to-back steals in 2 seconds of time. Missed 3-point shot by Indiana, rebounded by Boston. Hayward now with the ball at the key. Passes top of the key here to Marcus Morris. Morris passes it out to Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier misses the left corner three, rebounded by Indiana. Gonna update you guys here with a score once again. 84 Boston, Indiana 78. Indiana now trying to dribble into the lane, and there's a foul called with 8:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. It looks like Indiana will shoot 2 here at the line. Make sure to hit those like buttons if you haven't already done so, guys. Let's try to get this up to 15 plus likes here on my video for tonight. So I Love Mercury putting best YouTuber behind Lost Unbound. That is awesome, guys. Thank you so much for the love here on the channel. First shot, no good by Indiana at the free throw line. That one missed as we got 20 plus people here on this video. This is awesome. Make sure to hit those like buttons if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. First shot at the line, no good by Indiana. Let's get this to 20 plus likes on the night. Just got my goal to 15 plus. Here we are, guys. Second shot at the line. Indiana knocks that one down. 84-79. Boston here with the inbound with 8:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. Celtics with the ball. They take it past the timeline with Terry Rozier. Rozier passes right wing, 3-point perimeter to Jason Tatum. Tatum at the right elbow here, dribbling with the ball for the Celtics. They have a 5-point lead, 84-79, 8.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Tatum takes the right baseline jumper. Jason Tatum knocks it down. Huge shot right there. 86 Boston, 79 Indiana in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference first round. 8:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Looks like we do have a whistle on the play here. We got 23 people in the chat. This is awesome. Hit those like buttons if you're new to my channel. Subscribe as well if you're new as well. Jan Cardona bet the Celtics for $10 in this one. It's looking like a really good bet right now. Looking like you could possibly cash that one out at the casino if they keep this up. 8:10 left to go in the fourth quarter. Indiana with the ball. They pass that one inside, and they feed it inside right there. Let's see. They slammed it down underneath the basket, but an offensive foul committed by Indiana on the play, and the ball go back to Boston. So that was a huge play right there. Oh, number 13 of Boston. That was Marcus Morris. Sets his feet right up in the key and takes the charge. So the ball goes back to the Celtics here. 8 minutes left to go in this one. Boston with the 86-79 lead. They have it at the top of the key here with Terry Rozier. Rozier at the top of the free throw circle. Passes top of the key. Tatum. Jason Tatum, no good. Hit the top of the iron. Rebounded by Indiana. We do have a rebounding foul call with 7:48 left to go. Looks like Aaron Baines was charged with a foul on the play, on the rebounding foul. So I'm going to update you guys for the score once again. We have 7:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Boston with a lead, 86-79. Pacers get the ball here back on the inbound. They take it past the timeline, dribbling with the ball. This is Corey Joseph dribbling towards the right wing, three-point perimeter, puts it into the hand of Bohan Bogdanovic. Now he feeds it back inside, back outside with the ball for Indiana into the lane and moving past the defender, laying it up and in